Hey there, welcome to the Healthy Vibes podcast. I am Kelly Renato, your host, a mom of two, and a fitness and health enthusiast and encourager. I'm on a mission to help moms feel good about themselves, find time for themselves, and get their strength back so that every single day they can show up how they want to. I know what it's like to feel overwhelmed, unhealthy as a mom, anxious, worn out, and never enough. That is why I want to share with you every single week simple choices that have helped me to feel more confident and content. Each week I'll bring you a short dose of inspiration for you and your family, empowering you to show up for yourself, love who you are, and encouraging you to become more intentional every day with your choices so that you can feel stronger, more confident, and fulfilled. Are you ready to truly love who you are? Get out of that rat race, know that you're enough, and follow the path that you want to? It's time to nurture your mind, body, and soul. You get to make this choice every single day, and I want to help you. Let's start today. You ready? Here we go. Hey there, welcome to the Healthy Vibes podcast. I'm Kelly Renato, and thank you for being here today. As always, I'm going to try and give you some short, quick inspiration and tip that along the way has helped me, and I pray and hope that it will give you permission to make choices that are best for you and that it will help you moving forward, protect your energy, your time, and your days, because it is too easy for all of us, especially as moms, especially these days, to get caught up in all the wrong things, all the pressures, all the comparisons, all the, what should I be doing, what I think I should be doing, who do I not want to disappoint? So much of this, and not only has it gone on a long time, but these days it's just even more. So I want to give you permission to step out of the chaos and start choosing for yourself. It's okay. We're all struggling with this, and I'm starting to believe that this is some of our biggest struggles with women, with moms these days, and I hope that I can tell you the stories to help you make these choices and know that it's okay, and you should be choosing for you so that you can enjoy your life and be with the people you love and give them what's important to you and what matters to you. So today I want to talk about in episode 51 how in order to care more about the things that matter to us, we have to care less about the things that don't matter as much. And I've heard this before, and I'm sure you have too. And I know when I first heard it, I had to really think about it for a little bit. And the more I thought about it and the more I listened to other people talk about it, I realized, we spend too much time caring about things that we really shouldn't be, or too much energy on things that we shouldn't be caring so much about. And I think that if you're someone like me, I never wanted to disappoint people. You always want to help others, care about others. You just didn't want anyone to think that you just didn't care, or, that you weren't being kind. And it's really not about that. I think there's just some situations where people give you pressure, or things give you pressure, or even just choices, or you might even be giving yourself the pressure that's not even really there. But you have to choose. This is where we sit down first of all and make sure it's very clear to you what matters to you, what you want to spend your time on, and where you want your energy to go. And are you able to do that right now in your days? Are you spending time and energy? For me, I needed it for my kids and my family because, I'm that's my job. I'm there for them. And when my energy gets sucked in many other places, sometimes you can't come back and give it to those people that matter, or you don't give it to them in the way you want to because you're drained by the time you get to them. And same with any of my extended family, you want to give to them. And for me in the last few years, not only my kids and my husband, but, I wanted to give to my, parents or other people in my life that needed my time. And it really got hard for me even to give time to friends or to, do things that maybe I would have done if I had time, or maybe I wouldn't have, who knows. But I think we have to decide that It's okay to say no to things. It's okay to give your honest opinion to someone if you don't want to spend time doing that. You'd rather be with your family. It's okay to even say no to your kids if you think them being out of the house is not the best for your family today or best for them. So things that are outside of your value system or your top priorities or what you want your best energy and time for, that's what you need to focus on. And some days we got plenty of energy for everything, but some days you don't. And depending on how old your kids are or where they are in life, I know my kids are older now and I realize how valuable my time is with them. Not just my time, but who I am with them and what kind of time we have together, because that's fleeting. And these days kids are distracted. And not always, we know they're distracted by screens and phones and all of those things, but their time is consumed with practices and all the things we want them to be doing. So when you do have a little bit of time left and you know that Saturday morning's the only time your family's going to be at the house, like, you choose for your family and you say no to those other things. And you can't get caught up in caring so much and hanging on if someone makes you feel bad or guilty or like you're letting them down or that you should be doing that with them. Whatever it is, if you're making your choice for God or for your family or for your kids or for your priorities, even if it's for self-care because you're just exhausted, then you have to care less about whatever someone is making you feel bad about, if that makes sense. Like, you have to let it go. And this is not easy. I'm not saying it's easy to say, I disappointed my friend. I disappointed the charity group that I usually help. I disappointed, my child's teacher because I usually help with that event. None of those things are easy, but you have to start. And the amazing thing is, once you start making these choices, it eventually does get easier. And it's really not that you don't care. It's just that you're not consuming yourself with how bad you feel, so much so that you're constantly saying yes, or that you're carrying the guilt around even when you're with your children, or, that you're consuming your mind with that person being disappointed with you. So you can care, but you can say no, thank you, and move on. And that's what I want you to practice. So what I feel like some of the examples are, when I decided to say no to someone, say a friend, a group of friends, and, it used to really bother me. Will they ask me again? Will they stop inviting me? And yeah, sometimes they will, and that's okay because that tells you a lot too. But when I started to say no to someone and just let it go, like, it was hard, but I quit thinking about it. And what I did was I redirected my energy to my family. Like, I stopped that cycle in my brain, in my mind, and I started thinking about other things, how good it was I was spending time with my family. I would pray to God that help me to make the best choice this weekend. And little by little, it got easier. So when I would make the choice to say no, or when I would make the choice to not be bothered, meaning I would tell myself I'm not going to get upset about this, even though they're making me feel bad, or when I would just, I would just ignore those thoughts that I was creating of what someone thought of me because I said no, or because I was choosing, not to do what I thought they wanted me to do. And when I made those decisions and I wholeheartedly said, I'm saying no to these things and I'm not carrying all that burden around with me or that guilt around with me because my energy is going to this today. And as I practiced it, I refocused. And the more I did it, it got easier to say, no thanks, today I already have things I have to do with my family. And then you can be all in with your family if you cut that tie and don't think about it anymore. And I just think we carry it and we don't let go of it. We let the gray cloud follow us. We keep carrying the baggage. We keep thinking over and over and over again. And the best way I can say to do this is to either just pray about it and ask God, please take these thoughts away I don't want to think about this anymore. I don't want this to bother me because I know that I'm making the best choice right now. Or I even would do meditations, and I would actually physically envision myself cutting the cord from those thoughts and feelings so that I could focus on my family or on God. And I just feel like the more I did it, I would even create like my own mantra in my mind that, I am choosing my family today, or I'm choosing God today. And I would just say it over and over again. I'm enjoying my family right now. I'm going to enjoy my family. I'm going to be in the moment. I'm going to be present. Whatever it is that works for you, I would say it over and over. I'm living well today with my family. I'm living well for myself today. Maybe you just need a day of rest because you've been helping all these people and doing all these things, and you just don't have one more ounce in you. And if you don't rest today, you're not going to be good for your family this weekend. So then you just repeat that over and over. Today, I'm choosing rest for me so that I feel good for my family this weekend. And it's amazing when you retrain your thoughts and your mind, how you forget about what you had circling in your head over and over and over again. Because I will tell you, our mind is the most powerful part of our health and our self-care. And my healthy journey started with fitness and, personal training. And it was all of that, fitness. And then I realized, I really wasn't eating great. But when I realized I had not been taking care of the health of our mind, that changed everything. Because no matter how hard I worked out or ate good, when my mind was in the gutter, I was in the gutter. And I will tell you, once you start changing your mind, everything else will change. So absolutely, I encourage you to work out. I encourage you to eat healthy. But I also encourage you to enjoy your life. But I most importantly encourage you to fill your mind with healthy thoughts. Fill your mind with healthy energy, healthy people, healthy surroundings, nature, prayer, gratitude. 100% fill your mind with healthy things because our mind needs it, and it doesn't get easier. So the more you can practice and train your mind, you will notice a difference. I promise. Our mind is the most important part of all of it. And then when your mind's in a better place, you won't feel that you disappointed someone. You'll be so confident in your decisions. You won't carry guilt around because you will have so much more clarity of why you're choosing to say yes to one thing and no to another. It's amazing how that happens. And you're not being unkind. You're not being disrespectful. You're not even saying no to things that you should say yes to. You become very clear on your choices, your values, and where your energy needs to be for you. Because we're all different. Some people need to be out socializing at the mall, like staying busy. And maybe those people also need rest time too, or quiet time, and they don't realize it. Some of us need more downtime. And even more important is for us to respect that in each other. So if you're finding yourself actually on the other end where you are disappointed with your friend, or you're hanging on to, why does my friend keep telling me no? Or why haven't I heard from her? Then you also have to do maybe a boundary check or reassessing, changing the perspective of why you're thinking there's something wrong with that. Because maybe your friend really is just busy. Maybe they have a lot on their mind and you don't even know because you're so consumed with being upset or bothered with them. And I think when you start working on your mind and feel clearer, you are more apt to accept someone else's boundaries and choices and respecting them. And it's so healthy that when someone tells you no, you're okay with it. And you're almost like happy for them because you're like, wow, good for them. They are choosing good for themselves. And that's where you want to get. You want to have people in your life that you can be honest and say yes or no and they understand. And they can tell you yes or no and you understand. So just start today. I think a big part, one time I heard someone say, if you've had whatever's happened in the past, move on from it. Absolutely learn from it. Some people will re-hurt you, but I think sometimes if you go to work on your own boundaries, the health of your own mind, your own choices, your values, then when you show up with maybe people in your life that you've had hard times in the past, see them like it's the first time and start fresh. And see them like hopefully they've gone through changes in perspective as well, because we all go through hard seasons of life. I know I sure have. And we don't always make good choices. We don't always show up as our best self. So start fresh, like start new tomorrow. Quit holding on to whatever it is that happened today, yesterday, or the day before. And you'll find the people, when I started protecting my boundaries and my energy, and I learned what to say yes and no, it was amazing how some people in my life, it didn't even faze them. They were totally the same to me, fine to me. Some people that I thought might get upset didn't even get upset. Our relationship improved. I think they almost understood, and they were glad that I, maybe they were not feeling, they were feeling like blurred boundaries too. So it's healthy for everyone, and it's not mean. I see so many posts, and I get it. Yes, there's bad energy and you have to choose, people for your life. But if you start choosing good boundaries for yourself, and you start, choosing to spend time on what's good for you, and you quit saying these yeses to things that you really don't want to do, or yeses to your kids that you shouldn't. If you start choosing right, you would be surprised how your relationships will improve. They're not going to get worse. The relationships that matter will improve, and you're going to be surprised. I was surprised. So I just want you to think about it. In order to care more and truly appreciate those things in your life that you care about, that are your highest priorities, and to enjoy them and truly, enjoy each day and live each day with them, you have to care less about those small, petty, other things in your life that you're spending too much time on. So think about it. Make a list of the things that matter to you, your priorities. What are the things that you want most of your time spent on? And that's where your focus should be when you make your choices. Is this choice okay for these things right now? And remember, to care less about things doesn't mean you're bad. You're not unkind. You're not being disrespectful or any of that. You are choosing what's best for you and for your priorities. God, family, kids, whatever that is. So for this week, I want you to stop caring and hanging on to something so much that is taking away from the things that matter to you. So think about what that is. Whatever that is, stop caring about it. Choose your next choice, and every choice after, pause and think about it and make sure you're choosing for those things that you care most about. And one resource I would give to you is the book Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. And I know I've recommended it before, but it's a really thick book, but it's a really, really good book to help you really make those courageous choices that seem hard to you now. But if you practice them, you'd be amazed how confident and clear how you'd feel when you make those choices. So thanks for being with me. Have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. I appreciate you sharing this time with me today. I am grateful you are here. And if you have anyone that you feel could also benefit from this encouragement, please share it with them today. You can also add a quick review on iTunes, which would mean the world to me and help me just to make this better for each and every one of you out there. I will be here each week, so please be sure to subscribe to the podcast or join me at kellyrenato.com to get the latest episode and more tools to help you on your journey to feel your best and enjoy every single day exactly where you are. I would love to have you join my journey, and let's all add good, healthy vibes anywhere we can, every single day. Enjoy your week and embrace the season you're in, and I look forward to next week. Take care. Bye-bye.